If you've been busy every day but are not truly enjoying your life, then this video is for you. There are 12 days left in 2025, and so for the last 12 days of the year, I've decided to do something different. Instead of rushing through December and waiting for January 1st to make a New Year's resolution to be happy, I want to take action now, like today. Hi, I'm Kim. Welcome to day 1 of 12 Days to a Happier Life. So since I'm talking about happiness, I decided, I have to get cozy to do so. So I have my favorite beverage, just hot chocolate. And we need our journal. You're gonna need a journal or a notebook. And then I have my cozy blanket here. So get cozy and let's talk about how to build a happier life. Why am I doing this challenge? Now, for a number of years, my life has been quite busy. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm an employee, I'm a daughter. And all of these roles come with their own requirements, right? And particularly the role of a mother has been quite challenging and has caused me to really lose myself in some ways. So my kids are a bit more independent now, they're older. And so after 12, 13 years of being so focused on my children, now I have a bit more time to really think about myself and what I want for myself. Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology, theorizes that 60% of happiness comes from genetics and our environment, but then the next 40% is all on us. And that's one of the reasons why I've decided to take charge of my own happiness. So for the last 12 days of the year, I'm choosing to intentionally reconnect with myself and choose that happiness. Before I start planning for the new year and focusing on what's ahead for 2026, I want to reconnect with myself, rediscover my own personal joy. This challenge is my way of rediscovering what happiness means to me, but also taking action to create and maintain my own happiness. I'd love if you would join me on this journey. So subscribe to follow me for the next 12 days of building a better, happier life. So for day 1, we will be journaling. So grab your journal or a notebook and a pen and let's get into it. So we're going to start by asking ourselves some honest questions. We are going to think through who we are now. So one of the big questions you have to ask yourself when you're starting on a journey like this is really, who am I? Who am I now in this moment? Not who I used to be or who I want to be, but right now, who am I? And what does happiness mean to me right now? You see, happiness is not one big moment. And I think that's where we all sometimes go wrong. We think that we should be happy all day, every day. Or we think that there is some magical thing, achievement, or material possession that will bring us all the happiness that we need. But really, that's not what happiness is at all. It's actually small, intentional choices that we're making on a daily basis that will determine our happiness. Before we can create a happier life, we have to define what that actually means to us. Because happiness doesn't look the same for each person. It might look different for you than it does for me. For a long time, I thought happiness would come after some big milestone, right? When I was younger, it would be, oh, I'll be happy when I get married or when I have kids or when I get that perfect job, right? But happiness doesn't live in the future. It lives in the now, in the choices that we're making every day. So today I'm asking myself, and if you want to be a part of this challenge, I'm encouraging you to ask yourself as well, what does happiness mean to me? How do I want my life to feel? So here are the journal prompts that I'll be journaling about in day 1 of this challenge. What does being happy mean to me right now? When was the last time I truly felt joyful? If my life felt lighter, what would be different in my everyday? What does my ideal day look like? What activities bring me joy? This challenge is a reminder that joy doesn't magically appear on January 1st or any other day. It's something we have to practice, something we have to choose, something we have to really make space for in our lives. So if you've been feeling really disconnected, or if your life feels full but not fulfilling, you're not alone and you're exactly where you need to be to make that change. Thank you for being here with me on day one. Tomorrow, we're talking about a very important habit that can genuinely shift the way we experience our lives. If this resonated with you, I'd love if you join me on this journey. Also, tell me in the comments, what does happiness look like for you? And if you're joining me for the next 12 days, make sure you subscribe. See you tomorrow.